And I really hope it's the last week that we have to start doing the fake flame things. I need Jeremy to come back.
We need the Flaming Skull official back.
We need the flames. I forgot I was going to try to print off a little picture of it so I could hold it up. I got there. Hey, everybody. What is up? This is episode 72 of the STS Guys. Tonight, I am your host, Scott.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey, guys, it's Nate.
And as you notice, Jeremy has transformed into somebody else here. We don't have Jeremy on, but we do have another face in the panel here. We have Steffie Monster.
Hi guys. We didn't want Jimmy here anyways, so it's cool.
Yeah. That's exactly true. So before we got on, I was telling everybody we usually start and say like, hey, what did everyone do this week? Normally we don't do that when we have a guest, but I did get a weird letter I wanted to mention. You guys are familiar with the Nielsen ratings, right?
Yeah, for like the TV shows and stuff. Shows how many people are watching like The Office and stuff.
Yeah. So did you know they send out letters to people?
I don't believe I've ever got a letter.
This is news to me.
I got one.
Awesome. What did it say?
It wanted me to do a survey, and they included a whopping $2 in cash in said letter. Yeah, because I just kind of tear open letters like if I don't know who it's from, like fuck this shit, like it's gone. And I ripped open the letter and $2 fell out, and I was like, wait, what the hell? Who sent me $2?
Wait, $2 bills,
two $1 bills. Yeah,
that's
just
random
crisp
too.
Two $1 bills, and it was like, we're doing a survey in your area. We want to know like what TV shows you like. But it had like 4 options. It was like, do you like comedies or dramas or other? Please specify. And I was like, okay. And I was like, what is your favorite like TV station? Do you listen to the radio? And what's your favorite radio station? 4 goddamn questions. They sent $2 for me to answer 4 questions. And then was like, if you return this, we'll send you $5 more. I'm like, who is like
$5 more bills?
Who's that poor that they need them $5 more?
Oh shit, a survey for $5. I'm gonna go ahead and send that back into the Nielsen ratings, folks. Like, it was the weirdest letter. I didn't know they did that. Like, I thought they just like tracked, like who watched what TV show. I didn't realize they like did market research for $2.
Well, if it's weird, it's probably going to happen to you, Scott. So I'm glad we could learn.
Just like, again, just watching $2 bills fall out of an envelope. It's like when those people send you the nickel to be like, for just the cost of nickel a day, like, you could save world hunger. I'm like, well, then send the nickel you sent me back to that person. Like, why are you sending me a nickel? It was the same thing on that. So seriously, that was the very strange letter. I had to bring it up because I've never seen that before. And it made me laugh so hard that I had to share.
It's so weird. Like, you really have to grease someone's palm with $5. Like, please take our survey.
Not even the $5. It was grease it with $2.
Yeah, here's
the promise of 5 more.
But did it work? Because it got your attention. Otherwise, it would have went straight in the trash.
I legitimately was like, all right, I guess it's 4 goddamn questions. I'll fill it out. Like,
that definitely prompts a reading.
Right? I like watching TV.
That's like, send us back your address and we'll send you $5 more. I'm like, well, you're sending me $5 more, assholes. Like, let's go.
So what was it? Comedies or drama?
It lets you check multiple. So I just checked every box.
Nice.
I was like, I like everything. In this house, we watch everything. And then called it good. So There you go. That was my random weird story of the week.
That is quite the story, Scott.
This happened on like Wednesday, and I have been waiting until today to tell you guys this. Like, we were at work, and I was trying so hard not to tell you like about the weird letter I got.
Would you say it's been a week?
It has been a week.
It's been a week, guys.
So cool. So let's go through here. So now that our random BS is over with, let's get to our actual guest here. So Steffi, do you want to just, I guess, introduce yourself and kind of let us know kind of what you're all about?
Okay, well, I started cosplay in, I don't know, like 2000. I started buying stuff to start doing cosplay in like 2013. And then I started doing photo shoots in 2014. So I guess you would say like I became a serious cosplayer in 2014 because I started doing my first photo shoots. I dressed up for conventions before then, and I actually got on a website, and it was like I did this like it was like this cheesy, remember like the Orbit Girl commercials? It was like that, but I did Resident Evil. So I was like a Resident Evil Orbit Girl. So it was just really cheesy. And I ended up being on the front of some website. It's on my Instagram page, like way down at the bottom, because it was like one of the first things I posted. But it's just like a weird thing. And then I remember going to San Diego Comic-Con as my first convention ever. And I was like, oh my God, these people are so cool. They're dressing up. I was like, are they hired actresses and actors to like come dress up and be kind of like nerdy and like really give those geek guys those fantasies? Because my dad's one of them. So I'm like, so I was like, right on, And no, my dad was like, no, these are people. They made their costumes. And I remember seeing a steampunk Poison Ivy and Batman. And I just thought the Poison Ivy was just gorgeous. And the Batman did like such a good job. And I was like, God, I want to do that. Like, I want to do that. But I was 19 at the time. And I was just not confident in doing stuff like that. And so I started to kind of do like casual cosplays. Like I did like a hipster Wonder Woman one time. And like I just casually did like, a few things. And then when I was actually pregnant with my daughter, I did Dr. Shaw from Prometheus. I took like, you go to Walmart and buy like those mechanic uniforms, and I puff painted the patches because I didn't have enough time to like order them or anything. It was just god awful and cheesy. And I had an alien face sucker bow in my hair. And it was an actually like action figure that I made into a bow. And I got stopped like 10 times about that stupid alien face sucker hair barrette. But I was just like, oh, this is so fun. I love this. And then I had my kid and I stopped doing it altogether. And then I got divorced and I was kind of like, screw it. Like, I'm going to do what I want now. Like, there's no one anymore that's ever going to hold me back. I'm going to do what I want. So I started buying stuff to do cosplays. And I remember one of the first things I planned on doing was like, I wanted to do a stormtrooper getting ready for the day, but I wanted him to be getting ready for the day as if he was like a World War II female getting dressed to go be like a mechanic type of thing. And I thought that would be a really cool shoot to do. I still have the corset that I was going to do for it. Never shot it. And that's been since 2013. So that tells you like, that's how awful cosplay it is. It's like, ooh, something shiny. Ooh, something shiny. Like that's your attention span. But I started doing the modeling in 2014. And then all of a sudden, like I started getting like more followers and like people are like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm like, I'm just some dweeb doing this out of my house and just taking selfies in a mirror type of thing. Like I just never thought I would get big, quote unquote big, by doing it. And it's funny because like I started dating the guy that I'm with now, and he's like, I consider you to be a really big cosplayer. And I'm like, dude, I am a baby fish. Like, because I meet girls that I have like 1 million followers, 100,000, and I'm just like some little schmuck in the corner, And that's how I've always felt. And I've like, even when I reached 1,000 followers, I was like, oh my God, I'm at 1,000. This is so cool. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm at 10,000. What the hell are you guys thinking? I'm not even that cool.
That is awesome. Yeah, and you're at 12,000 now, right?
Yeah, I'm at 12 now, and that took like 2 years because Instagram keeps changing all the stuff. I wish it was the way it used to be, where you could scroll through and it was by time, because I really like that, because then the people that I follow in California, I know what time they're going to post. They're going to post around lunchtime because they know people are sitting at their, lunch desks eating lunch, and I can see all my favorite cosplayers that way, because most of the people I follow are actually in California. So I'm like, oh, this would be cool. But unfortunately, now I have to go like search and keep a list of who I really like. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to just go spy on them, like a weirdo that I am.
Yeah, the infamous algorithm on Instagram, everybody seems to, they change it so much too. And like you said, I loved it when it was chronological. I don't know why they have to have all these background programming going on to figure out what to show people. It's just like,
let's just put this, half the time I don't see our like recording tonight like Instagram post until the day after it gets posted. I'm like, I'm part of this group and I don't even see the damn thing.
2 days.
You don't like enough of your own posts. Okay?
Right.
Come on, Scott. Right.
True.
Like there's so many things that show up like 2 or 3 days after, and I'm like, how did I not see this? And it's people who I swear I like all their stuff, but it shows up like 3 days later. It's like, come on, like I know I've even missed like Nate stuff, and like I like everything Nate does. Why doesn't it pop up more often? It's weird.
Well, like Steffi said, you know, you've got friends on there. You want to make sure you're showing love to everybody's posts, but then you actually have to go search for them to make sure you don't miss anything because you're not really sure. Because something will come up like posted 3 days ago. You're like, how the hell did I miss this?
Yeah,
you know?
and sometimes it's about events and stuff, right? Like it isn't just a normal like a bathroom selfie. It's something that I needed to know information about, and it's like, ah, crap. If I would have known about this 2 days ago, I totally would have went.
Yeah, but it got lost in a sea of bathroom selfies.
Yeah,
and like I'll do raffles and stuff like that, and I'm like, God, I have to do it like a 3-month raffle, or no one's gonna see it. You know, it's like ridiculous. And like I did a raffle just recently, and I was gonna have it only be a month long, and I was like, well, no one's seeing this crap because Instagram's ruining it again. I was like, plus I want to raise more money for my local animal shelter, so I made it go on for like 3 months. And I was able to raise almost $200, which was awesome.
That is awesome.
I wanted to raise more. I wanted to raise $1,000, to tell you the truth. But I was still happy. And the person that won the Nintendo DS actually only bought like $9 in raffle tickets, and they won. So that just tells you, like, I try to do everything fairly. And then with the algorithm and not seeing my friend's stuff, you know how like those people will come and follow you and then unfollow you if they see that you don't follow them within a certain amount of time? Well, I downloaded an app to get rid of people that were kind of like that. It made me unfollow like really good friends of mine. So I stopped using it altogether because it made me unfollow like 500 people. I was like, no. I was like, you're ruining my bulldog, pug, Great Dane feed here.
I need to see these dogs, and
I need to see my puppies.
I was like, I need to get my fill of dogs today, you know? And it was ridiculous because like if you look at my feed, it's, you know, I'm not like one of those normal cosplay girls that's like cosplay. It is a lot of cosplay in there, but it's also like pug, Great Dane, puppy, baby, you know, like I'm just like, you know, maybe a kitten here and there.
I think it's always good to kind of show that personal aspect too, especially when you get the following like you do, you know, 12,000 followers. People like your cosplay, obviously, but they might want to learn a little bit more about you. So I think it's okay to sprinkle it in there, you know, over time.
I try to sprinkle some of my personal life in there, but I also keep it very like coveted and kind of secret too, because like I want people, like there was a person that messaged me like a week ago and they were like Kingman, because I do live in Kingman, Arizona, and I was like, what? Like, I was like, what do you mean by Kingman?
Oh, wow, that's a creepy way to start a conversation.
Yeah, like, do you want to come to my house, find me, rape me, and kill me? Or do you feel like because we live in the same town, we're going to be besties? I was like, what option is it?
Yeah, for sure. You definitely got to be careful because some people are crazy.
Well, and unfortunately,
I've had a few crazies, and I had one guy like stalk me, and he was like, I'm going to find you at a California convention, and I hope you, you know, you get kidnapped, and like just all this awful stuff. And I was like, yep, I'm done. Like, peace out, Boy Scout. Like,
it's hard because you're doing that stuff and you want to tell people where you're going to be, kind of. But yeah, at the same time, it is kind of scary.
Well, right. It's the unfortunate thing. We saw this. We all were at Ace, and I think one of the signs that I pointed out to everybody because I thought it was funny was a thing about cosplay. It was like, hey, don't just go randomly grabbing people. Like, is the basic, like, premise of the thing. It's like, don't grab butts. Like, is basically what it said. And it was, like, one of the things where I was like, does that really need to be said? But then you kind of look at it and go, yeah, actually, I think that has to be said.
Yeah, the fact that it has to be said is just sad. Like, why do you have to tell somebody that? Don't touch other people.
Yeah.
You know,
like,
it's really sad.
Bubble, if they're like, oh, can I put my arm around you? Hell yeah, you can do that. Can you touch underneath my boob? No, you cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll just shake hands and then we'll call it good.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, you want to be welcoming to your true fans and be like, yeah, sure, let's take pictures. But then you got those people that are just being weird about it. Like, hey, man, let's not do that. Let's just focus on what I'm here for.
Yeah, and like people will use that to their advantage too. Like I was at LA Comic-Con as a guest, and was it 2017? Yeah, 2017. And a gentleman was deaf, and I was signing to him because I do know a small amount of sign language. Like I know all the important things, like how to say Spider-Man, Batman, hello, how are you, how can I help you? You know, simple phrases that I learned in sign language in high school. Well,
Nice.
he thought it was okay to touch my chest because I was dressed as MJ. So he went to go touch my chest, and I slapped his hand, and I told him I don't like that, and stop that, and I told him to go away. And he was so surprised that I knew sign language, and then afterwards he apologized, thinking that he could get away with it because he was deaf. Just because you're deaf doesn't make you any different.
No.
Yeah, that.
Wow.
I mean,
and he tried to do it to the gal I was with too. He tried to touch her, and I told him, "Stop that! No, go away."
go.
Like,
Yeah.
this is unacceptable. Check
Bad
your
child.
privilege. Yeah.
Bad child. No, go away.
That's not okay.
Yeah. And like when you're deaf and you're like yelling at someone while you're doing sign language, you just have to do like harsh movements and make like a really mad face. So it's like,
Yeah.
No, get away.
Like, stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, it was just like silly, and like everyone's looking at me weird. I was like, I was yelling at him.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
So this is really, really, really sad, but it's a thing. Your story just reminds me. Has anybody ever like remember the movie Congo
oh yeah.
yes.
with the Amy,
Yeah.
Amy
Yeah.
mother,
Your mind
ugly
goes to
gorillas,
Amy,
go
Congo.
away. Yeah, like your story reminds me of Amy.
Good, Amy.
I love
Yeah.
Congo.
Good Amy.
I had a stuffed animal Amy, and I learned sign language from my stuffed animal Amy. Thank you.
That
very
is
much.
awesome.
Really?
That
Yes.
is awesome.
That is cool. I really like. You guys don't even know this. I really like that movie.
Oh, I
That
love
is actually a
movie.
really good movie.
Like I
Yeah.
have I have a Congo poster in my garage right now.
That is awesome.
Just saying.
I
That
watched
is
the movie Rampage, and that reminded me so
Oh, yeah.
much of like Congo
Yes.
and Amy. I was like,
Yeah.
George is such a little shit. I love him.
Yeah.
Like, I was like freaking out because at the end he's like, and then he flips him off. I'm like, oh, you little
Yeah.
shit. I love
Yeah.
You love it? Yeah.
I love how you said the important things. Tyler pointed this out. When you were learning sign language, you learned Spider-Man and Batman, which were important things.
Yeah.
We agree with that.
And Ninja Turtles. That was
Yeah.
very important.
Nice.
Like my sign
Awesome.
language teacher was like, "God, you're such a nerd."
Yeah.
Like I was always like so excited in class. I was always like jumping and shaking. I was like, yeah, like
Yeah.
freaking out. So
Here's a
since he
list of
was-
superheroes. Like
Yeah.
translate.
But since he was like deaf, he gave us all like sign names, and mine ended up being the letter S, just shaking like this randomly because
Nice.
he was just like, "You're crazy."
You just don't stop.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You embrace your inner geek. You know, we
Yeah.
do too. And I think that's a big part of what makes your cosplay successful is that you embrace the inner geek. You know about the characters. You're not just like, hey, that character seems cool. You're like, no, I actually have passion for these characters, and it shows in your cosplay. You know, like what are some of the first characters that you did? You know, when
All
you
right.
were doing cosplay.
So the first two costumes I made by myself entirely, bought fabric, did the whole shebang. I did a Goku mashed up with like a Street Fighter girl, and it is god awful. It is a terrible cosplay, but I absolutely love it because I even made the buttons for it to look like Dragon Balls. I made them with hot glue and paper, and
Cool.
it's
That
just
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
terrible cosplay, but it's my favorite because I worked really hard on it. And my slave Vader, yeah. So the backstory behind that, I was like, Darth Vader made some bad deals
Wait.
with Jabba.
Look how excited Scott got.
Yeah, that is the best idea I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah. So it was really awful, and it was made from hot glue and paint and foam, and it's dreadful. But it was like when I first started being like, I'm gonna make, a real cosplay without buying a costume and altering it. Like that's what cosplay is, because that's when I first started out, and that's what I truly thought cosplay was. You didn't buy a costume and then alter it. You just made it. Like you made the fabric yourself type of thing, and you sewed it all. Yeah, it's just, I was so like dumb back then, and now I realize like you can buy costumes from the Halloween store and then make props for it or add things onto it to make it look like your own. And that's I want to try to like give that to new cosplayers, because you can find a costume on Amazon for like $10. My Kyrie costume was $10 off of Amazon, and I got that the day before Ace Comic Con, and I went in that. So I plan on remaking the belt and the pouch, but I wanted to show people like, hey, I'm a guest, but I'm actually wearing a store-bought costume, but I styled the wig myself. So it was kind of
Awesome.
like,
It's always adding that extra creative touch, trying to make it your own, and I think that's why it's cool to see different cosplayers at the show. You can see the same character 3 times, but in 3 different kinds of character. You know, it's like not always the same. And that's what makes it cool.
And you also have to appreciate the people that try to do like, all right, I'm gonna do like a mashup. I'm not just going to try to do this character and it's going to be movie accurate and go, which I mean, it's fine if you want to go that direction, but I always enjoy people where you see like a mashup of different things and they bring 2 different ideas together and make it work, which I think is always one of the best things to see. It's what I always look out for.
Yeah, I agree. That's like my favorite thing, to go to conventions and like see people like wearing like a mashup of 2 of my favorite characters. I'm like, what? I'm like, you blow my mind. I love you. Can I get a picture? Like, I fangirl over people just as much as anyone else does. I really do, especially my favorite cosplayers. Like, I've had the pleasure of meeting Maid of Might and actually sharing a hotel room with her. And the whole entire time I fangirled over her. And it was very weird and probably unprofessional. And she thinks I'm a creep. But I'm okay with that because, like, I am still a huge fan of her. And she is actually as sweet as she really is. Like, she's amazing. And I still always look up to her. And I find her to be a fantastic human being. And, you know, there's even people that I meet in town here that are cosplayers that I fangirl over. Like Miss Odango is one of them. She is a fantastic anime cosplayer, and she is just gorgeous how she brings these anime looks to life. Like, I want her to do my makeup. Like, that's how much I love her. And I'm like, oh, and she's got more following than I do now. So she's so sweet too, and she's so down to earth, and it's so nice to meet people that are actually in this town that do cosplay, and you're like, oh my god, you're so cool, you know. So I fangirl over people all the time, and I'm try to be professional, but it doesn't always work. Like, it takes over.
Yeah, we tried that professional thing and it didn't last very long. So
it's hard, especially when you look up to them and you're like, oh my god, are they really as nice as people say they are? Like, I really hope so, because there's been a few people I've met and they've been such jerks, and it really broke my heart because I was such a big fan of them. And then there's the people that you meet that have like a bajillion followers, like Joni is the sweetest girl I have ever met in my life. I ran into her up in Utah at the Lantern Festival. It's like where you have the big lanterns and you set them off and go. She was dressed as Rapunzel, and I like fangirled so hard over her, and she took it with such grace. And I was like, you have lights in your hair and you're so beautiful. And, you know, and she was very graceful about it. And she's like, I'm so glad, like, you recognize me. And I was like, well, I'm going to go now because I've already embarrassed myself enough, but I'll see you later. Bye. Like, I just ran off. Because it's just, it's hard. It really is, especially when you look up to these people and they're so fantastic and they're so nice in person. So it's disappointing when you meet someone that you really looked up to and they break your heart. So I try to be that person. I always make a joke saying I want to be the person my dog thinks I am every single day. So
right,
that's great.
It's true. Well, I will say that I had followed you on Instagram for a while. And we actually met you at Ace Comic-Con for the first time. And you were super nice to me, nice to me and to us. So like same thing, right? Like, it's people like you kind of like Instagram friends and stuff, but you never really know where you stand. But yeah, I think you nailed it, right? You just got to try to be cool and just treat everybody with respect. And right, that's all you got to do. And sometimes you can just make somebody's day. And if you're able to make one person's day, then like, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, and at Ace Comic-Con, they had so many fantastic cosplays. They really did. Like, there was an older gentleman walking around as the Penguin. I fangirled so hard over his penguin. I was like, can you stay right here? I'm going to go grab my phone and get a picture of you. And I ran off to go get a picture of him because it was just so fantastic. It reminded me of the cartoon Penguin. And it was just so good. And I was so excited. And you could see that he worked really hard on his cosplay, and I just made his freaking life by just fangirling over it. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it's little things.
Especially for cosplay like that, like no matter if you're doing it for the first time or the 100th time, like you want people to acknowledge your good costume, especially if other cosplayers, like that's awesome.
Yeah, and truthfully, that's always one of my favorite parts of the convention are the cosplayers.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at our Instagram account, anytime we go to a convention, it's always full of cosplayers. I think all of us guys enjoy that because, you know, you get to see your favorite characters brought to life, and everybody seems to be so inviting. And like Larry said, when we were at Ace, and kudos to you for Ace, by the way, you got like a headliner there, right? I saw you on some of the ads, and if you go to the website, you're listed.
with Lina Masquerade, and she is seriously the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life, and I want to be her best friend. So
That's awesome.
She's so amazing.
Yeah, we've met Alina before, and she's also incredibly kind, friend of the podcast. So that's cool that you guys could do that together.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, and that was the first time I got to meet her, because you guys actually did a giveaway featuring her as well, and I never got to meet her, and I was like, God, she's so pretty. Like,
we did.
Yeah, she was super, super cool. Like what was it? 2017 Ace.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of met her and had gotten a couple of things that were like, hey, we should do like a cosplay giveaway and talk to her. And so we got like a couple pictures and things that we got and
but then we were like, we need another cosplayer, and I'm like, let's get a picture from Steffie Monster. I think it's funny because that giveaway was a picture. You could win an autograph picture from Steffi and Alina, and then they ended up sharing a booth at Ace last January, which is really cool.
That's so funny.
Like you guys secretly planned it. Like you guys
somehow.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna take credit for that, even though we had absolutely nothing to do with it. That's
ship our
us.
best friendness.
Yeah. Right?
That's it. That's on us.
Yeah, somebody saw that post. I like these two together. I think I'm going to bring them both in.
Yeah. So
two entirely different body types too. Which is really cool.
Yeah,
a lot of times they always put like her curviness with other curviness, and they don't allow my body type into the convention. You know,
that's not fair. Right.
But so going into the things, the last couple of things I've seen a lot of different like costumes from you. What is your like favorite costume? Like do you have like a go-to, or is there one that's like your all-time, like this is the best one I've ever done?
Okay, so that's kind of hard because I worked really hard on this Sabine Wren mixed with Spider-Gwen cosplay, and I really enjoyed it, but it's so uncomfortable to wear. And I put a lot of work into it because it was my first armor build ever. I actually made it with PVC board, and you have to like put it in a hot boiling thing of water, like pretty much almost melt it so it's like wiggly, and then put it on your body while it's boiling hot. Oh, wow. So I burned myself a lot while making that, and it was just like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally. And I really like that one, and I want to remake it with a different underbody. But that's one I really like to I would like to wear again, but I just feel like it's not as good of quality as I should have done. Like I should do better. And that's the way cosplay is. Like you'll hate it for the rest of your life type of thing. But my go-to convention costume is probably Supergirl, which was actually given to me as a gift by one of my amazing friends / followers. And I like to wear that one because so many little girls fangirl so hard when I wear it. And I love to I want little kids to be excited to meet me. I don't really care about their parents. I want the kids to be excited. That's why I go. And like when I do Spider-Gwen as well, I love when little girls are like, oh my gosh, you're Spider-Gwen. You know, I love that. And my car has pink webs on it. So all of my daughter's friends think I'm a spider character already. So I'm totally okay with being Spider-Gwen for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Well, it's awesome. Especially you got to have a lot more weight now that, kind of Spider-Gwen's got that first real, big box office appearance with the Into the Spider-Verse. So I think that one's definitely going to, that costume in particular will hold a lot of weight, I think, for the future.
Yeah, and I want to get her original suit. I actually don't own her original suit at all. I have the red Superior Gwen. I have my Galaxy Gwen. I have a pink suit of a Superior style. So I have a bunch of different ones, but I actually don't have her original suit, which is really strange, but I just don't have it. I'm going to get it next, but it's on my list of bajillion other cosplays.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet that list is pretty damn long, too.
And that was going to be the thing I asked, too, is all right, so we know what your favorite is. What are the ones, that you have coming up that you're like, all right, this is the thing I have to do next?
Yeah, the wish list?
The one that I'm trying to finish, which is so time consuming, and I hate sitting there and doing it. Right now I'm puff painting a Mystique bodysuit. So each one of the dots I'm puff painting. So when you take pictures in it, it looks like it's scaled and it gives you that cool like picture effect. And that's what I'm working on. But I really want to do an armor build. Like me and my boyfriend have been talking about it, and we both really want to do an armor build, and I want to do a Master Chief. Go big or go home, right? So
that would be a good
start.
That's definitely a starting point. Yeah. If you're gonna make armor, you better go Spartan.
Like, yeah, that is so cool.
But I want to do a twist on the Spartan. I want to do Cortana underneath it. So when I take off my helmet, I'm Cortana, because the real person behind the suit is Cortana. Come on, like we all know it is.
That would be cool.
So
that's really cool.
Cortana underneath it. So I was like, God, this is so much. I was like, ugh. But it's one I want to get done.
Yeah, you don't see too many Master Chief cosplays. At least I don't think I have.
Well, especially not a female Master Chief.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Well, and considering, I think to be true to anything, like the character has to be like 7 foot something, right? Like,
I'll wear platforms. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm good.
She's like, don't worry, I got this.
I think it's. I don't want to say a harder one to go through, but you got to think like that's not just like armor in 1 or 2 places. That's a full on like Iron Man style suit. So I can see where it's like, I would love to do it, but there's going to be, that's a time commitment.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you remember in Halo 2, when you played it, you could choose like the color of your armor and your symbol. And well, I was always like black and white with a yin yang symbol, or I was pink and aqua with a heartbreak symbol. So I'm like, oh, I could do it like I did in Halo 2. I can make it look like my person. And I was part of like a Halo 2 guild with all females. You had to be a female to be in the guild. And we were the crappiest guild probably. And I probably was the only decent player in it. But it was good because it was all females. And because when you played Halo, it was like marriage proposal, death threat, marriage proposal, death threat. You know, like it was either one or the other spectrum.
To be honest with you, that was the same for me though. So
that's so funny that you say that, because I used to play Halo 2 as well. You're speaking, to my old gamer days, but I used to love it. But anytime you'd hear like a girl in the chat, everybody in the chat would change. Like, oh, there's a girl in here, and then they'd start like. Yeah, doing some digital hitting on or something. Like, come on, let's just play the game. Like, I get it, all right, but it always just changed it for some reason. But that's a cool.
I loved it when I did play it, because I was like 14, and I'm like, dude, I'm 14. Don't hit on me. Like, this is weird. Don't do this.
I'm here to game.
I just kicked your butt, by the way. You're probably in your 20s. That's gross.
Right. But
I
was
like,
right.
True.
That was back.
That's a good segue, though.
So
if you go through your Instagram, you can see that you are quite the gamer. You have a really cool gaming setup. You've got that gaming chair. So you're definitely a gamer at heart. So is that like tell us a little bit about that setup. Is that like a Switch, and then you have an Xbox in there? What else is in there?
So I have my Star Wars Xbox 360, which I actually, when I first got it, I pre-ordered it for a few months ahead. And the day I picked it up, I had it paid off, and I was like so proud of myself. I was like, I bought myself my first brand new 360. Yeah, and I was like 21. So, like it's an old system, but it's my baby and I'll never get rid of it. And then we have the Switch, and then we have 3 actually Nintendo DSs in the house. I'm the only one with the 3DS, but my daughter and my boyfriend both have 2 DSs. So we do play our DSs quite often, especially when we go on trips. And we got this Switch like a year ago, and I think I'm the only one that really games on it compared to everyone else. And then I have my PlayStation 4, which I'm obsessed with because I play it all the time. I'm always on it. Like it's like a drug habit. Like I gotta cut it out a little, But and then my dad for Christmas got me the cool blue Yeti mic, the big mic. So when I game, I can actually, have a cool microphone for it. So it's pretty cool.
I was to say, you and me both have that addiction, so that's fine. We share that one in common.
Yeah, you were trying to do some Twitch streams and stuff too, weren't you?
God, I am just like, the thing is, like, I'm so bad at Twitch streaming because, like, when I play a game, I'm like zombied out, drooling. I'm like, oh, I should be talking to people, because I feel weird because I'm like in an empty house by myself. Like, oh yeah, jump, gypsy, jump. I'm like,
it's hard.
Oh yeah, totally understand. We do Twitch stream every once in a while, and that's the thing that we always tell each other. Like, it's just always a little awkward. Dude, being in the chat, feeling like I have to entertain people that are watching me.
I feel like I'm talking to myself half the time. I'm just gonna be like, all right, so I'm gonna go over here and hey guys, like watch, look, I'm doing things. It's like I can't do it. I am very bad at it. Like I'm fine with this. Like I am fine being in front of a group of people and making an ass of myself. Like I have no problems doing that. But the second that it's just me trying to entertain people, like while I'm playing a video game, I realize like I'm not a good narrator at all. Like I can't do this.
Right. You'd think it would be easy, but man, like it is way harder than you'd think to like, I don't know. First people think come into my mind is like Ninja playing Fortnite, right? It's hard to be entertaining like that all the time.
And like, do you guys get embarrassed because if you suck at the game and you're constantly dying, you're like, oh, look, I died again. Oh, look,
yeah.
I died again. Oh, look, there you go. I died again.
Oh, I totally do. I get like all self-conscious that people are like, God, this guy sucks. What am I doing sitting here watching him?
That's the one thing.
What was that game, Nate, you were playing where you kept dying? It was God of War.
God of War.
You got stuck on like one part for like a good 30 minutes and you kept playing like, I'm sorry, guys. I just can't do this.
I'm so bad. I'm like so embarrassed. Like, God, I'll get through it. Just bear with me.
Because we have embarrassed ourselves so many times on this podcast. I am surprised that you still have any like level of like shame left that you can bear to the world.
Yeah, not really. It's okay. I played Splatoon 2 for the first time on a live stream. Like I kind of don't care. It doesn't matter, right? If you're good or bad, like we're not going to be the best at anything. I just want to do it to have fun.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I've tried playing like the whole Fortnite thing because that's huge, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, my Fortnite gaming is I land in a tree and I stay in the tree until I have to leave it, you know?
Yeah.
So like if I'm streaming that, I'm like, guys, I'm still in the tree.
Yeah, like I'm hiding still. It's been 15 minutes and I haven't moved. Yeah, like no. Yeah, we tried some Fortnite and that ended up being like, you know what? If we're gonna do Fortnite, we got to get like 4 of us all together on like a stream, so that's like at least like a group of us talking and making fun of stuff while we go.
Yeah,
like,
I know Fortnite is extremely popular, but I just can't stand that game. It just drives me nuts. The whole building aspect, I just suck at it, and that's probably why I don't like it because I'm just not good.
My 6-year-old kicks my butt at it. Okay, like it's shameful.
Everyone's 6-year-old can kick the crap out of me, so it's fine. Like I'm awful at that one.
Yeah, Larry's kid's really good at it. I mean, kids are just a lot better at that game than I am.
Yeah. And my 6-year-old's like, Fortnite's my life. And I'm like, go back in the closet. Like, please go back.
Just go away. Like,
Speaking of Fortnite, have you had a chance to play Apex Legends? Because it's kind of like Fortnite, just without the building and better gameplay.
So
I might like it because I heard it's like Halo. So if it's like Halo, I'll probably play it.
Yeah. So that's Nate and my and Werebud in the chat's latest obsession here is the Apex Legends. Way better battle royale and not as cartoony, I guess. So if we have an STS Guys suggestion, Apex Legends is the one.
Okay, I might try to play that one because we were looking into it and I was like, I just don't want to play Fortnite. And like everyone's like, you don't like Fortnite? And I'm like, I don't like it. I actually hate it. But
you get crucified for saying that. Watch out.
See, the best response to that is like, no, I'm not 12.
Yeah, and like my daughter knows how to do the floss and like this dance.
Oh no!
Nice.
Yeah, she knows all of them. So I'm like, she can play all the Fortnite for the both of us, so that's fine.
I was recently at a wedding and there were children there, and I knew Fortnite had made it to like the younger generation when there was probably 10 children there, and they were all flossing and doing like the only dances they could do were the Fortnite dances. Like if you ask them to slow dance, they'd be like, oh, but like you're like, let's put on some like hip hop, and they start like flossing and doing all the like doing that little thing. I'm like, oh, it's a prevalent game for like the younger generation. Like it speaks to them. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So my kid's in 5th grade and they take breaks and the whole class like gets up and does Fortnite dances. Yeah. It's a thing, man.
They do
like
that.
The teacher told us that in parent teacher conference. They're like, they all just take breaks and do Fortnite dances. Like, okay. whatever.
I am so glad that I have not introduced my 5-year-old to anything in that realm. I would let's put this way. I would rather her watch me play Resident Evil 2 and get scared by the zombies than have her learn a Fortnite dance.
You know what? She's probably gonna learn the dance from the friends and not even know
where it came from.
Is right? I bet if you asked her or showed her a video, I bet she would know what it was.
Yeah, she probably would. She spends a lot of time on YouTube, but
yeah.
I just want her. I want to try to shield her from that as much as I possibly can. I want her to grow up and be like, good. Like, here's good video games. Like, play these things instead.
Yeah.
Like, and my daughter knew the floss dance before it was like popular with Fortnite. She called it the backpack kid dance because she loves Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Okay. And then all of a sudden she came home and did the little jump one, and I was like, damn it.
Fortnite, no. Yeah.
And she gets in trouble at school for actually Fortnite dancing at school. So, and then my dad, he teaches junior high, and his junior high kids will start dancing Fortnite dances. And he's like, my granddaughter gets in trouble at school and she pulls a black card because she does Fortnite dances. Sit your butts down. You know, so it's bad. It's affected all age groups.
Yeah, it is amazing how much that game has spread and how huge it has become.
Yeah, it's insane. It really is. It's got great graphics, and I really like around Halloween time they did some cool skins and like magic stuff, and they really do try to keep it interesting, which I give them huge kudos to, because I would have been bored of it by now, you know, if I was a kid, if it was just the way it was in the beginning. But I love that they did like the Thanos, the Halloween, you know, and I try to play it to like, you know, maybe I was like still not into it. Nope, can't do it, you know, but I try, you know.
Yeah,
and I really have people that are like, come play, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
I really tried to get into it myself, and I got so frustrated because you just spend all this time collecting weapons and then you die, and it's very rarely that I would actually get a kill. So I'm like, you know what? I just need to walk away from this game.
Yeah.
Well, and we'd sit there and people would like build entire castles in front of us and be like, how do I make one wall? Like, I didn't know. And by the way, Larry, I love the fact that you tried to say something and your dog just like,
it's like, no.
He was like, barf.
He's like, peasant human, stop.
Yeah,
stop watching Larry's mouth, like, all right.
Never mind, mute.
So speaking of new games, I saw that you got Kingdom Hearts 3. What do you think about that, Steffi?
I love it so much. Right now I'm on Pirates of the Caribbean world, and I am having a blast. Like, I could just cry because the graphics are so gorgeous. Because I played Kingdom Hearts 1 before I got 3, and 1 is just so fantastic, and I absolutely love it. Like, 2 is, I just hate the beginning where you have to collect all the money to get to the cool part of the game, to get to the train. I just don't like that part, so I don't like
to be able to play as Sora, right? Like, you're like, I'm this other guy.
Like Roxas.
Yeah,
Roxas. You know?
Well, and then here's the thing. The question I have for you for this one is are you actually up to date on the story? Because that's the one thing that has kept me from buying 3. Is I played 1 and 2, and I still have no idea what the fuck is going on.
I have no idea what's going on because they had so many Game Boy games and DS games that I've tried playing them. But like the first Game Boy game that came out had like the cards, and I was like, I don't like this. And then I tried playing, I think it's a 365 one, and I got through half of it because you're Sora, then Riku, then Sora, then Riku. But if you stop playing the game and you don't finish it, and you come back to it a week later, you have no idea what you're doing, what you're supposed to be doing. And I just don't have the long enough attention span or memory space for that. I'm like, ooh, I got 10 gigabytes full right now. Like, it's just nope. I was like, do I want to be able to still know how to walk, or do I want to remember this video game? I'm like, I choose walking. Like, so I just push it out, you know. So
yeah, I'm definitely not up to date.
I'm so lost. Yeah, I'm so lost in it. But I enjoy it because I got to be in Rapunzel's world. I got to play Monsters, Inc. world. I got to play Frozen world, which I thought I was going to hate, but it was not that bad. It was just annoying because you go up the mountain, then down the mountain, then up the mountain, and then back down the mountain. You know, so that was the annoying part. But besides that, it wasn't that bad.
I'm guessing you're a big Disney fan.
Watching it. Yeah, I'm a huge Disney fan. I'm a Disney nerd for sure. I actually got in a Facebook fight over who a Disney princess really is, because someone was like, fight me. Belle, Cinderella, Mulan, and Tiana are not Disney princesses. I was like, first of all, Belle's a queen because she married the beast, and there's no one that has to step down for them to rule. I was like, Mulan saved China, and she can call herself whatever she wants because she will kick you in the face, and she won't care.
I think I was just say, I think Mulan is the only one that like the guy she's with is a general. But
yeah, he's a general. Well, he's the general's son, and then he becomes a general later on. So he's not even a real princess.
Yeah.
Like, no. She's not a real princess. But when you save China, you can do whatever you want. You can call yourself whatever you want.
When you have a body count that high, you're fine.
To do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can call yourself whatever you want. I can't argue. You killed an entire troop of Mongols. Like, you're okay.
Exactly. I'm like, you can do whatever you want. Yes, whatever you want, Mulan. Yeah, you have a pet dragon. You're fine. Like, you do what you want. You're like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know, please don't hit me. You know, and then Tiana and Cinderella are princesses by marriage. And then as soon as their in-laws step down, they'll be queens. So, yes, they are princesses and Belle's a queen. Okay. Like, I got so pissed about it. And he was like, all right. He's like, I'm glad to see your annual pass came in handy. I was like, yes, it did. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so you had an annual pass, right? So that means you've been to Disneyland quite a bit too. What's your favorite thing to eat at Disneyland?
The beignets. Ooh. So much beignets. Yeah? I could eat my weight in beignets. Like, I think on my Instagram, if you look closely, there's always a picture of me holding a beignet with my tongue out. I'm like, like I'm gonna lick it, you know, because it's literally the best treat that they have there. Besides they have a clam chowder in a bread bowl that's so delicious too. So. Yeah,
we went for the first time in a long time in November, so I'm still trying to get a handle for like the good food. We got the Mickey waffles. We got like the Mickey shaped ice cream bar. I had Dole Whip for the first time. Like
nice.
we did good for our day and a half there, but I'm still trying to figure out what I need to do next.
See, for me, it's all about going to California Adventures because they serve alcohol there.
Yeah, sure.
Around summertime, I like sangria personally, and they sell like 3 or 4 different flavors of sangria. Hell yeah. That peach sangria is to die for good.
Yeah, there's like a legit winery in California Adventures that has like wine and they serve beer. For me, that is the happiest place on earth.
Yeah. You can be a parent, take your alcohol over to the Bugs World and just watch your kids play in the sprinkler part and then just get shit-faced yourself, and it's even more fun.
Nice.
Except for the last time I had a couple of drinks and went on the tires thing at Cars Land, and it just spins you around in a circle. It was not good. Yeah, you need to plan out your rides if you're going to have a couple of drinks.
Did you cause some nightmares, Scott?
I probably did. They're like, this fat guy. You have to be careful with Disneyland if you have the drinkies. But especially there's this ride that we went on. It had a couple beers, and we're like, we're gonna go on the Cars ride, and it's you like spin a wheel, and your thing just
like
spins around in circles.
It's a like knockoff of the teacups.
Yeah, it's like a teacups, but you're like free roaming teacups.
Yeah.
It was the That's
what it is.
worst
they're
thing.
Like a hoedown type of dance, and they're just like,
Exactly. And after a couple beers, you're like,
don't do that, Scott.
Yeah,
it's a bad idea.
Oh, I know now. I didn't at the time.
For the children, Scott, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'd probably the thing that like, remember that fat guy that vomited, and it looked like whiskey coming right up. It probably was.
Yeah, but Disney's definitely fun. California Adventure's fun, but it closes so early, so you can't have as much fun. But yeah, I enjoy Disneyland, and I went a lot when I had my annual pass. I definitely made sure I got my money's worth. That's for sure. So I think I went 14 times in one year.
Nice. That's pretty good for not living in California.
Yeah.
Luckily, we live fairly close, but that's still a commitment.
Still. Like that's more than once a month. That's a lot.
That's still a drive.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how long it takes from my driveway to the Disneyland parking garage if there's no traffic, and it's 4 hours and 48 minutes on the dot, just so you know.
So let's just put it this way. You went to Disneyland at the 4 hour and 48 minute drive more than I go to the zoo here in Phoenix that I have an annual membership for. And it is 32 minutes from my house. So let's just put like that is impressive.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy, just a little bit. It's fine.
It's cool. Actually,
it's Disneyland. They're like it's allowed.
I really like this picture that you took. It's crazy, the lighting, and it's probably from the fireworks, but where you went during Halloween and you're got a photo of this pumpkin.
That is my favorite photo ever.
That is such a cool photo.
Thank you for bringing that up. Like, nobody gives it the love that it deserves because I was so proud of it. And it was like a quick shutter ones. I did like 10 of them, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. I was like, I want to make a magic card mat of just that picture. You know?
Yeah,
like,
it's really cool.
It's a good. I was really excited about that photo. And actually, me and my sister went to the Halloween party, and it was for my birthday. Because at midnight it turned into my birthday, and at midnight they started playing a Disney Descendant song, saying, it was like the Wicked song. It's good to be wicked or something. My daughter loves the Descendants, so I was like, they're playing my jam, and I'm like dancing down the main Disney street. I was like, oh god.
Yeah. It just makes the whole experience though. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, and fun. For anybody who hasn't gone, I think it was, not a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. The Halloween at Disney is one of the things you have to go check out. Mm-hmm. Like when they do the Halloween thing and where they actually let the kids go trick or treat, like and do all this stuff. Like that is like the coolest time to be at the park that I've ever been. Like I will buy tickets just to that event versus actually going to the park for the day.
Well, what's cool too is because they empty out most of the park because it only has like 20, they only sell so many tickets. So it's only like 25% of the actual population of the park that's in there for the Halloween party. And everyone's taking their kids to go get candy. So there's literally 0 lines for any rides. Peter Pan still has an hour-long ride because it's freaking Peter Pan. But, you know, like you still can just walk onto any ride you want to, which is really cool.
I can tell you, for that, man. I think it took me longer to walk to walk through the empty line for Space Mountain than it was to actually, from the point where like I was in the building to get on the ride and take the ride. Like just because they don't like open up everything, so you still have to walk through the whole empty hour-long line. So I was like, this shit took 10 minutes to walk to here, and the ride goes for like 5 minutes. But like your rides are empty, and you get to go on. You can go on every ride, and then go trick or treat, and then go to like another ride, and then go look at fireworks. Like I love the Disney Halloween, and I will definitely be back again. Like we didn't get to go this year, but I will definitely, or last year, but I will go again this year.
Yeah, but I love that you can dress up too. Like me and my sister were, you know, like the twins from The Shining. They're like, come play with us. Yeah. We were that, but mixed with Mouseketeers.
Oh, nice.
So we did our own like Disney cosplay, and I was like really pumped about it. I was like, yes!
Right. Disney horror mashup. That's really cool.
That's perfect. And that's not the only Disney cosplay you've done, right? I see you've done Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White was such a fun one, and I've done Rapunzel and Elsa and Tinkerbell, so I'm slowly trying to build my Disney arsenal of princess army, so
I almost asked this before, but now is the perfect time. Like, when you're talking about, I think it was Spider-Gwen, you had like 3 Spider-Gwens, you just named 4 or 5 Disney princesses. Like, do you know about how many cosplay, like, costumes, different ones you've done throughout your lifetime? Like, it's got to be a big number, right?
Let me think. Okay, we're gonna go through the list from off the top of my head. Okay, there's some that have not been pictured, but I do have them.
Sure, they still count.
Khaleesi's blue outfit. I have Mystique. I have a black canary. I have a wasp from the Academy game that they had on the phone for a while. I made like a closet cosplay of that. I have Superior Spider-Gwen. I have Pink Superior Spider-Gwen. I have Galaxy Gwen. I have Black Suit Spider-Girl. I have Silk. I have a really crappy Aquaman I made years ago. I have Slave Vader. I have Street Fighter Goku. I have Snow White, Rapunzel, Elsa, Tinkerbell. I have a Katana. I have Saya. I have God, now her name escapes me, but she's from Tokyo Ghoul. Toka. There you go. Toka from Tokyo Ghoul. I have, what's her name? Lux from Star Guardian Skin. I have so many. It's ridiculous. I have more, but I just can't remember them right now.
Just right there, we're breaching 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I have Dark Supergirl.
Oh, yeah.
I love those, by the way.
Poison
Those are great.
Ivy. And that's all I can remember right now.
So easy 20 plus. easy, right?
That is impressive.
That's crazy. That's awesome. But that keeps it fun, and that just shows how into it you are, right? And like it's really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
We organized my wigs one night, and I have a freaking rainbow. Let's just put it that way. And my boyfriend's like, "Oh, look, another wig!" And he's like pushing the air out of the bag, and I'm like writing, "Okay, this is Tinkerbell's wig. Put it away." And like, so you know those like storage containers that you can get? Like I have one of those big ones, just full of wigs.
Nice.
And it's bad.
You have a YouTube channel, and you have done videos of those wigs, right?
I did a few, and that's when I first started out, but since then my arsenal has grown a lot. So yeah, I have a lot of wigs now. Like it's and like I'll buy a wig and I'll be like, oh, it's not the right color. I'll use it for someone else. It's fine. Like, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. And I normally don't even like ship it back or ask for a refund because I'm like, I'll find a character it will fit for. Like it's fine. It's kind of crazy.
It's like your own form of collecting in a way, because like we're all kind of collectors of something. You know, Larry collects pops. I collect action figures. You know, Scott collects Funko Pop cereal and other stuff too. And it sounds like
old school video games.
Yeah, old school video games. Yeah. And it sounds like cosplay, even though it's something that you also do, it's kind of like a thing that you collect things. So you're like, oh, I could do something with this. I could do something with that.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of cool. But like collection wise, I do collect Funko Pops, and I'm actually trying to downsize because I want to be one of those people that's mortgage free. So I'm actually going to be buying a fifth wheel soon to live out of full time. And so I'm going to have to cut down on all my crazy collections because for a while there, I went on to Star Wars helmets and Funko Pops. And if you're a serious Funko Pop collector, I actually have the 2016 Red Eye Golden Frieza from San Diego Comic-Con. And right now, it's worth $450 on eBay. I'm waiting until it hits that 1,000 marker, and then I'm going to sell it. So
nice.
Sell it, make a little extra $1,000 payment.
You're speaking Larry's language.
Yeah, like people love the Dragon Ball Pop, so it's not out of the question.
If you see my spoons from Designer Con that I have right back there. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I also went through like a magic card phase, and I have so many cards, it's stupid. Like
yeah, that's cool though. It's a new adventure, getting the fifth wheel, and like you said, that'll make you have to limit. But
time to downsize a little bit.
Yeah, I actually downsized my closet. I kept your guys' shirt that you sent me, by the way, because I absolutely love it. Awesome. I love the color of it. I love the blue. I like it. I like that it's got a skull on it. I was like, okay, I'll keep this. This is dope. Awesome. I got rid of 22 bags of clothing.
Oh my god!
Wow,
that's insane.
In my defense, I haven't grown since 9th grade. So a lot of those clothes I've had since 9th grade, okay? Like I have a Gargoyles t-shirt that I've had since 7th grade and I'm not getting rid of.
That's a collector's item.
So it's brand new.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a collector's item.
You're saying Gargoyles from when it was legit, like out there? Like, yeah, like that's amazing.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's really cool.
A little crazy, just a little crazy. So I kept all my Gargoyles t-shirts, all my cool nerd shirts that I really like Star Wars. But besides that, got rid of like everything, and it was a sad day. I went from having 3 closets in my house to half of one. So
that's drastic downsizing.
Yeah.
It's the purge.
That Netflix lady would be so proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Does this bring you happiness? Then get rid of it.
I watched every single one of those episodes, and I had to watch them while I was doing it because I was like, "This doesn't bring me joy."
Yeah, no, like I see. I watched that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty simple guy. Yeah, this brings me a little bit of joy. I guess I'm keeping it, and I didn't throw anything away. So it's horrible for me, I guess, but that's the way my brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just talking about the different platforms that you're on. I know you're on Instagram at Steffie_Monster. Where else can people find you if they're interested?
So I have my Instagram, which I mostly use. So if you ever guys need to message me or anything, that is the way to go if you have cosplay questions, because I try to message everyone back. I'm not rude. You know, if you're appropriate with me and respectful to me, I am the same way to you. You know, start your question out as like, hi, my name is, I'm looking to do this cosplay. I need help. Do you have any suggestions? Hell yes, I do. I will research wigs for you. I will help you on every step of the way. Don't be rude. Don't send me your privates. I don't want that. So
everyone, guys, what she's saying is she don't like dick pics.
I
That's
will
one of those
send them
things
to your
that
girlfriend, mom, or fiance. Don't think I won't, because I will.
it's one of those
I will
things that
find
it's
a
sad
way.
that you have to say it, but you have
Yeah.
to say it.
I've actually sent pictures that someone sent to me to their mother. So, yeah,
Nice.
ain't no shame.
That is the
in
ultimate
sharing
comeback.
it.
Like, oh, by the way, I just found your mother's Instagram and sent that to her.
Right?
And now your mom knows what your pee-pee looks like as an adult.
I'm like,
So
oh, I just found your Facebook. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
your mom linked to it. Oh, I just found your mom.
yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, but so good.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, yeah, no pee-pee pictures.
Yeah.
Please, no.
Cosplay help, I'm all about it. We need help with knowing what's going on at conventions, what to expect, how to be appropriate with a cosplayer. I will be happy to tell you. I actually had someone message me like, when I take a picture with a cosplayer, is it okay if I put my hand around their waist? I'm like, ask them what they want. I'm like, because everyone has their own limits to their own space. But you can find me on YouTube. I don't really post on there that often because I am terrible at editing videos, and I know my strengths, and my strengths is not doing videos. So there you go. I do have a Facebook page. I only have like 1,000 followers on that one, which is kind of weird because Instagram and Facebook kind of integrated, but whatever. And then I have a Twitch account as well. I'm a terrible gamer, so if you want to watch someone die all the time and you want to feel better about your gaming, come check me out, because I'll definitely give you a good ego boost, because every 5 minutes I will be dying and you will laugh, and I have a lot of anger when I play. Let's just put it that way. So, but I think that's, and I also have a Patreon, but Patreon, I post a little bit more about my personal life on there, and you do get cool prints. I am right now behind on sending out prints because I'm a terrible person, and I understand that, and I'm bad. So I've already been kicking myself in the ass for that. I'm actually going to be doing prints tonight. I'll be signing them before I go to bed and then sending them out on Monday. So just so you guys know.
Nice.
But and I will be doing my shoot probably tomorrow for February. So I don't know what I'm going to shoot yet. So surprise, even for me. So
Whatever feels right tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
exactly. Like, I've done original characters, and those pictures turned out so wonderful, and nobody liked them. And I was like, I don't care. I like them.
That's all that matters, right? I'm sure
yeah.
people liked him. Maybe just didn't get the same response.
Yeah. I was
That's
like,
cool.
I like being a kawaii demon. I like pastels. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best ideas that come to you randomly. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, didn't even think about that, but it works perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, the way we treat the stupid podcast thing is we kind of just do it for ourselves, right? As long as we're happy, that's all that matters. I think with that's the most, like, if I give anybody a tip on anything, like, you just got to do stuff for yourself. People love it, great. If they don't, that's okay, as long as you're happy.
Yeah, we definitely don't get as many people as we probably could if we conform, but we want to just be our idiot selves. So
yeah, that's how I feel about cosplay too. Like, I feel like you should be yourself, and you should do characters that you're passionate about, because I'm not going to do a character I have no idea who they are, what they are, or anything like that, because I'm like, crap, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they are. Like, I have a cosplay that I got as a surprise goodie bag from a company, and it's from Fire Emblem, and I did dress as her for an anime convention, like an anime booth up in Utah. This whole entire group of cosplayers saw me, geeked out so bad, and all I know about this character is she's a priestess, she's got cool blue hair and sweet tattoos, and that's about it. And she's from Fire Emblem, and I felt so bad because they geeked so hard, and I felt like a monster. So that's why I like to do characters I'm passionate about, because I felt bad.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think that's important, because if I see a character that I really know, I'll try to, like, say a quote of something that they're related to, you know, and then if the guy's like, what? And I'm like, okay.
This is awkward.
You don't really know what you're doing here.
You're like, I'm not hitting on you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, right. That was totally related to your character, by the way.
Yeah, that's their catchphrase. Clearly, you don't know.
Yeah. And some guys get dragged to conventions by their girlfriends, like my poor boyfriend, and I force him to dress up sometimes. So be kind. You know?
It's cool that he's supportive, though, you know?
Yeah, that's what's important too.
And he's also my photographer as well. So he does an awesome job. So it's a double whammy. I've talked him into a lot of stuff that he doesn't want to do, but he does it because he loves me. So
your daughter does a little bit of cosplaying sometimes too, right? So it's like a family thing. That's awesome.
She loves to dress up probably more than I do. So, and she will rock that character all day long forever. So
You got a cosplayer in the making.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Worse than you probably. Right.
Oh yeah, and she just got a wasp costume.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's gonna be fun for
Yeah.
her. I'm gonna have to do a photo shoot of her. I've actually done a photo shoot where she was Rey up in the mountains and there was snow, and she had my lightsaber, and I just like wanted to cry because the photos are so cute. And she was like 4 at the time, and I was like, "I love you so much, baby girl." You know,
That's awesome.
it's
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those will be awesome memories later too. So
yeah.
it's very cool.
When she's older and she's like, why do I like to dress up like characters? She'd be like, remember when you were 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
Yep.
that's when I started dressing you up.
Yep.
Yeah. And I took her first like real convention that she remembers. It's kind of like Star Wars Celebration when it was in Anaheim. And oh my God, she's in love with Rancors. There's a guy that makes a life-size Rancor named Roxy. She was very upset because she thought Roxy was going to get in trouble because her room was dirty because she had bones all over the floor. So it was pretty funny. And she fights with boys at school about superheroes and their powers because like someone said that Spider-Man was like super fast like the Flash, and she's like, no, he's not. Like, what? Like, just disgusted little like snobby nerd. And I'm like, oh God, I've created a monster.
Yeah,
You know what? Like, I will fight a kid though if they sell the wrong power to a superhero. I'm like, he does not have that power. Like,
Yeah, it's so bad. And like, one of her teachers showed her a picture of an Ewok. She's like, oh, look at the Wookiee, and she's like, that's an Ewok. Like, just like so grossed out. And I was like, oh God,
Right.
Like,
Put her in her
like,
place.
Yeah, she was like, this teacher told me that this was a Wookiee and it's clearly an Ewok. And I was like, I've created a little monster. I am so sorry. Like, I apologize to the teacher. I was like, Lily, not everyone is as well educated as you are. Okay, you need to chill. And she's like, I'm sorry. You know.
I have respect for that though.
Yes, absolutely. It's cool.
Yeah. If you're gonna talk about it, get it right. Right.
Yeah.
Come on, it's Star Wars. Everybody knows what a Wookiee is.
Yeah.
you gotta get your Star Wars thing fixed. Like, yeah, like no.
Yeah.
I like how you adjusted your fake glasses.
Yeah, like Star Wars. Yeah. Like,
That's great.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've created a little monster and she's great. So,
That's
but she's
awesome.
also into like the girly stuff, like LOL dolls, JoJo Siwa. I hate JoJo Siwa, but she loves it. So I love JoJo Siwa too. So we all love her in this household.
same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah. So you get it. You get it.
I have a 5-year-old daughter. Yeah. Those YouTube celebrities are the bane of my existence.
The Cookie Swirl C and FGTV. I want to cut them.
Okay, so no one else is going to get this but you, but how the hell is that Cookie Swirl girl so goddamn happy all the time? Like, I was going to say, like, that's a lot of Xannies, because if I was that happy all the time, I would shoot myself in the face.
To tell you the truth, she's probably happy because she has over 1 million subscribers and she makes like $10,000 a video. So I'd probably be pretty damn happy too.
I will give you that one, yeah.
And a lot of cocaine to get through those play videos that she does. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to play. No. You know. And you're like,
no. Yeah, like anyone that doesn't have like probably a daughter that's under 10 knows what we're talking about, but it is god awful.
No, I just searched it up. I can't hear the audio, right? But I'm appreciating her little doll playing right now.
Yeah, like
it's weird.
Like watching a child watch an adult play with the same toys that the child has is awful.
But like,
whoever invented smart TVs with YouTube are a-holes. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. They're jerks. Okay, I hate them. And they're the worst because all I hear in the morning is Cookie Swirl.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god!
Yeah.
No.
Kids don't watch TV anymore. It's YouTube.
You literally just gave me like some PTSD with that. Like that is awful.
They're just like want to rip off your face.
Scott, is that how you're waking up tomorrow?
That's how I woke up this goddamn morning. Like that's 100%. Like yeah, like that is like. My daughter will come in and be like at like 7 a.m. and be like, "Hey, Daddy, I'm awake." I'll be like, "Just go get your iPad and like bring it in here." So I'll put on YouTube and then she'll leave and then I'll try to go back to bed. And that is the goddamn thing I hear from out in the living room just echoes through the house as this high-pitched woman's voice that is just like haunts my dreams for the rest of the morning. Yeah,
so there's a way to get around that. Go on Amazon, look for headphones that have cat ears, and they're silicone cat ears. Get them for your kid.
Two pairs, but she knows how to unplug that shit. Like, she's like, nah, no headphones. I like the speakers.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I got my daughter the soundproof ones, so she doesn't use anything but those now.
Yeah, no, it's echoing through my goddamn house.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're not the only one that suffers.
I feel your pain.
Judging by the 500,000 views her videos get, I'm guessing there's a lot of parents out there that feel the same way.
Like no, every parent of a little girl knows the pain that we're talking about.
Yeah. As soon as I said that Cookie Swirl C intro, I knew he wanted to rip off his face, and I know anyone else that's going to listen to this is going to rip off his face as well.
See, because I can try to imitate it, but it doesn't have the same effect. But when a girl does it, I'm like, and there it is. It's that. Yeah. God damn it!
And you're like,
yeah, like
you start to hyperventilate, and you like black out a little, and
it's the thing of where I have that trade off of, okay, so she has the little fire tab. It's like $40, and I want to throw it against the floor. But do I waste the $40 and have to buy her a new one, or do I just let it go? It's the inner monologue that happens every time.
Yeah.
Scott's got an internal struggle.
I do.
In the house.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay. And then she'll go put her headphones in. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Now, see, because I like the audio, because those inevitably end up going into some weird territory with kids and YouTube videos. So I like to hear what's going on, because then when I hear like weird foreign language, I'm like, all right, why are you watching something in Russian? Let me see what you're watching.
All the time. When I was taking Russian classes in high school, there was like this stop motion alligator thing, and my daughter was watching it one time. I'm like, why are you watching videos in Russian? I was like, no, turn that off.
No,
I only know how to say my name. I can't speak to you in it. Stop it.
Yeah, it's always like, I need that audio to clue me into like, what the hell are you watching?
Yeah.
So.
But, yeah, my daughter has a strict thing. She can only watch FGTV or Cookie Swirl C or like 2 other ones. Besides that, she can't watch anything else without me knowing what it is. Because one time I caught her watching Peppa Pig, and it was one of those demonic kid videos that got through kids' YouTube. So I was like, nope, turn it off right now. I was like, God.
Yeah, that's not cool. I remember a weird SpongeBob one time. Like, I don't remember what he's doing. No. I just remembered it was some edited weird SpongeBob. I'm like, no, you don't need to be watching this. There's weird crap out there.
So my daughter is a very big fan of My Little Pony, which if anybody knows anything about that,
you cannot Google that without.
No, and half the video should be like, that looks good, and then she'll hit it. I'm like, I'll hear the noises and be like, what are you watching? That's basically porn. Turn that off, please. Like, it's, So for anybody who's a parent of a young child, My Little Pony is the worst thing in the world.
It's not safe. And the thing is, like, I used to watch the show with my daughter all the time because I actually enjoyed them. I like Fluttershy a lot because I feel like I'm an inner Fluttershy. Like, you hurt an animal and I'll go demonic on you and yell at you too. So, like, we're pretty close. So I've seen every single episode of My Little Pony. And for a while, I would like to call myself a Pegasister for sure, instead of like a brony. But yeah, I like My Little Pony. And then YouTube is just not safe with My Little Pony. Google is not safe with My Little Pony. You actually just have to buy the DVDs or find it on Netflix because it's not safe. It's not safe.
There's nothing clean about YouTube My Little Pony.
Yeah, it's all, the Clompers have ruined it. That's all I'm gonna say. Clompers have ruined it. Yeah, there's a group. They're called Clompers.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this before on the podcast about the bronies and all that stuff. Yeah, no, not okay, not okay. That is a child's cartoon. Please do not ruin it.
Yeah, and they do awful things to them because I was looking into doing a Slave Leia mashed up with Fluttershy because I thought it would be hilarious to do an entire Slave Leia pony group because I thought it would be funny. First of all, I don't have that many friends that are girls. Damn. Second of all, I was like, should I sexualize a child's character like this? I was like, enough men do it on Google. Why can't I? And I was like, no, I can't do it. I was like, I can't do that to my favorite character. But I wanted to. It was close. It was going to happen.
No.
I have wings made, just so you know.
Oh, wow.
So.
All right, you were close then.
Yeah, that is the worst idea ever. You cannot, because you can probably search that right now and find pictures of it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
like
the
a
worst
drawing,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, not at all.
So Steffi, do you have any upcoming cons? I know you're probably going to go to Ace again next year.
I would like to go to Ace again. Conventions, guest wise, I don't have anything lined up. I've emailed a few people. I haven't heard anything back. But due to like me not having an amazing amount of followers, and I wouldn't bring in an amazing amount of revenue, they probably won't call me back, unfortunately. So that's kind of a bummer. But I wanted to go to WonderCon, but it's so close, and I'm just like, I won't have anything like planned or done, so I might not go to WonderCon. But I'm definitely thinking of Phoenix Comic-Con. That's one I definitely want to go to. And I want to go to LA Comic-Con again. Now that my sister lives in California, I can do a lot more California conventions. And I like to go to the ones up in Utah because my dad lives there, so I don't have to buy a hotel. So
yeah, exactly. It's good to know people in different locations. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Might I also suggest Las Vegas Comic-Con coming up in June. Amazing Las Vegas.
I've gone to that a few years, and it's so small, though. That's
it is very small, but as a comic book nerd, that is my favorite convention to go to.
They do have a lot of really good comic book stuff, and I've actually met a few really good friends through that convention, and they all lived in like the Mojave area, and I was like, this is great, because I actually get to like hang out with people that live somewhat close, so that's kind of cool.
That's awesome. That would be cool. Well, if you come down for Phoenix Fan Fusion, I think it's called, I'm pretty sure we'll be there. We'll have to meet up and say hi.
Yeah, for sure. Because definitely, my boyfriend wants to dress up this time. I just don't know what we're gonna go as. He really wants to do a Captain America, so we might have to do that just because it's his favorite superhero. So
yeah,
I'm trying to get him to do a Spider-Man, but
that's a different type of commitment.
That's a lot of spandex.
Do you want to wear a skin tight suit?
Yeah, like in a tights versus like like fatigues. Yeah, like I'm gonna go fatigues every time. I'm a fat guy. Like, you do not want to see me in spandex.
Yeah, so he was like, I'd have to get like shapewear and like stuff, and I was like, you don't want to mushroom stamp some poor kid's photo, so yeah, it's unfortunate. I was like, you'd have to get like a dance belt. He's like, I am not wearing a dance belt. So
Captain America, still cool. Yeah, a lot easier.
You do me. See, I just got the Captain America shirt thing. I know I'm wearing one now, but I have one that's like the print of the movie thing. I just wear that in jeans. I'm like, I'm casual Captain America. Hooray!
Yeah, exactly. See, that's a pretty good one. We want to get a shield from. He's actually down in Phoenix. His name is Smitty Tut. He makes metal Captain America shields, and they are amazing. So awesome. We definitely want to get him one of those shields. They're like $300 shields, but they are worth every penny, and they are beautiful. Yeah. So I was like, we got to get you a cool metal shield, and you have to wear it all day, and it's going to be heavy and uncomfortable. Welcome to cosplay. Enjoy your life.
Seriously. Cosplay is not comfortable. It's not meant to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, or I want to get him to do like a Vegeta, and I'll do Bulma, because I already have a Bulma, so we could do a Bulma. So that's another one to my list that I have. I have freaking Bulma. God.
Nice.
Bulma would be awesome. I'd love to see that.
There you
go. Cool. So I think we're pretty much
So I was done. I think we're at about time.
Yeah. So I put links to all of Steffie Monster's stuff in the notes on YouTube, and we'll throw it up on the audio versions too. So like you said, check out on Instagram. That's where she's the most active, Steffie_Monster. And while you're on Instagram, go ahead and check out the STS Guys at STS Guys. We're on Twitter too at STS Guys, and we're still on the Facebook at the STS Guys. I am Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
As every time, you're too damn good at that. I try it and I fail every time.
He's way too good. Yeah, Steffi, it was awesome having you. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
So thank you for coming on,
guys. It was really cool, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
So perfect.
Very kind of you guys to think of me. So I really appreciate it. So thank you.
So that works.
No problem.
For episode 72 of the STS Guys, I have been your fill-in host, Scott.
Hey, it's Larry.
And I've been Nate.
And have a good night, everybody. We'll catch you all later.
Bye.